I'm stuck in between two fighting teams. What can I do? Sometimes, we find ourselves stuck in between two fighting teams. If we don't work with either of them or they don't report to us, how do we resolve this battle? This time we look at what you should do, maybe some things you shouldn't do, and how you should go about it. Okay, number one, should you join the fight? If your boss is not shared with either team, or you aren't the boss of either team, ask if this is a fight you should engage in. Of course, engaging might be what both sides actually want and have been waiting for. Well, this might solve the problem. The risk for you, of course, is that you could make it worse. Before you engage, ask yourself 3 questions with a yes or no answer. Okay, number one, do you know the solution to the problem? Yes or no? Are you viewed well by both sides? Yes or no? Is this an issue that they're discussing is really about what they're fighting about, or is it something else? Yes or no? If the answer to any of these is no, then take care before you engage and before you join the fight. Now, you may be senior to all the people in both of the teams and feel that you want to help. That may well be true, but talk to the peer managers, talk to the other people and get them involved. You may be able to help, but you could just frustrate people and not solve the problem and generally make things worse. Okay, number 2, what approach should you take? So assume you want to engage. The most important thing you need to remember is that you should not solve the problem for the teams. The trick is to get the fighting teams to solve the problems for themselves, to solve the deal that they're arguing about. Your job is to facilitate that resolution. Look, here are some guidelines. All right, first of all, good relationships first. If you want this resolution to last, then you've got to deal with more than just the battle. You've got to fix the relationships. Number 2, separate the people and the problems. They often have very different solutions. Number 3, identify motives. You need to understand why people are taking the positions they're taking. Number 4, 2 ears, 1 mouth. You need to start by listening and not talking. So really need to get the details. Number 5, be fact-based. Listen, but take the emotions out. Don't confuse them with facts. Get data. Number 6, transparency always. Don't take sides, don't keep secrets. Everything needs to be in the open. Number 7, do it together. Likely, it's a midpoint or a third option that will be the final resolution. Number 8, celebrate wins. As you solve the problems, declare victory and celebrate success. If you follow these simple steps, you actually might be able to get to a good resolution to the battle they're fighting. Okay, number 3, the management system. As much as you want to be the helpful savior here, don't forget that there's a management system in place. One of the key benefits of actually having a hierarchy is that you can resolve the problems between the people in the various teams through the hierarchy. If the management system can't solve these problems, then really what's it useful for? Just take care. If you put yourself in the middle of somebody else's fight, you may well end up being the victim. It's good to help teams who need support, but in the end, teaching people to work together is much better than knowing the answer. It's good to help teams who need support, but in the end, teaching people to work together is much better than knowing the answer.